Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Wait, there are a lot of people, and I know that I wasn't quite mic'd at the beginning, but let's try that again. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
It is so wonderful to be here with the Rosen family as they celebrate Adina's bat mitzvah. I'm Rabbi Karen Gorbin. I'm the associate rabbi here, and this is Cantor Berman. And we are so glad to celebrate Shabbat with all of you. Cantor Berman and I are going to start the service off, make sure that you're all ready to take Adina's lead when she comes up here. And in order for you to take her lead, you're going to need a prayer book. So look in front of you or behind you if you're in the front row. For one of these prayer books, please just double check to make sure that it says Shabbat on it. And each page is going to have 2 page numbers. One of them is black and goes in normal consecutive order, and the other one is blue and in brackets and sort of jumps around. Those match the prayer book that Adina is going to be using, so we're going to be using those blue numbers in brackets. And we're going to start on page 188. So page 188, using those blue numbers in brackets, you should see a list of songs. The first one on the page is Hine Matov.
Clear your head up.
And to welcome all of us together.
Hine matov u'manayim sheberachim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim sheberachim gam yachad.
Let's do that again.
Hine matov u'manayim sheberachim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim sheberachim gam yachad.
Repeat after Cantor.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is to be together on this day.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is to be together on this day.
Hine matov u'manayim sheberachim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim sheberachim gam yachad.
How good it is.
Shalom aleichem. Shalom aleichem. So I said it the other way. Shalom aleichem. Salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem. Salam aleikum. Again. Shalom aleichem. Salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem. Salam aleikum. Hine matov u'manayim sheberachim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim sheberachim gam yachad.
How good it is. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
To be together on this day. How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is to be
Together
together
on this day. Last time.
Hine matov u'manayim sheberachim gam yachad.
Hine matov
u'manayim sheberachim gam yachad. Feeling awake a little bit? Now that we've acknowledged the sacred community that we make when we come together, we're going to offer a blessing for the sacred space that we are in. Those words can be found on page 192. We sing the words, Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov.
Please join. מה טובו אוהליך יעקב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל. מה טובו אוהליך יעקב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל. ואני ברוב חסדך אבוא ביתך, אשתחווה אליך קודשך ביראתך. מה טובו אוהליך יעקב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל. מה טובו אוהליך יעקב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל.
Last paragraph.
ואני תפילתי לך, אדוני יתרצון. אלוהים ברוב חסדך, ענני באמת אישך. Last time. מה טובו אוהליך יעקב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל. מה טובו אוהליך יעקב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל.
So how many of you woke up this morning? Okay, a handful of you. Actually, more than a handful of you. At least a few of you are awake. Even if you are not quite alert yet, it is a miracle that you managed to get up, get out of bed, and get here this morning. We want to acknowledge that miracle with a blessing on page 194. We'll join together in English. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who formed the human body with skill, creating the body's many pathways and openings. It is well known before your throne of glory that if one of them be wrongly opened or closed, it would be impossible to endure and stand before you. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals all flesh, working wondrously. Baruch atah Adonai, rofeh chol basar, umafli la'asot. Our bodies are empty vessels without our souls, and the blessing for our soul can be found on page 196. We'll sing the first two lines of Hebrew together.
Elohai neshama, Elohai neshama, shenatata b'tehorai. 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 הנשמה שנתת בי טהורה היא.
Together in English. My God, the soul you have given me is pure.
You created it,
you shaped it, you breathed it into me, and you protect it within me.
For
As long as my soul is within me, I offer thanks to you, Adonai, my God, God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. Praise are you, Adonai, in whose hand is every living soul and the breath of humankind. Baruch atah Adonai, asher biyado nefesh kol chai v'ruach kol basar ish. Each act of getting up every day is a miracle that Jewish tradition likes to acknowledge. And so on pages 198, 200, and 202, we have a series of these blessings that recognize the miracles of the process of getting up. And you can see actually on the very right-hand side of the page in the small blue letters exactly which part of getting up that blessing is for. And I'll invite you to join in or to say amen after each blessing. Jewish tradition, you get credit for having said the blessing, even if you just say amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan l'sechvivin להבחין בין יום ובין לילה.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam פוקח עברי.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam מתיר אסורים.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam זוקף כפופים.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam רוקע הארץ על המים.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam המכין מצעדי גבר.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam מלביש ערומים.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam הנותן ליעב כוח.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam המעביר שינה מעיני ותרומה מעוף אפי.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שעשני בצלם אלוהים.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שעשני בת חורים.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שעשני ישראל.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam עוז ישראל בגבורה.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam עוטר ישראל בתפארה.
Amen. Turn back one page to 201, or turn to page 201. And there's this beautiful intention for us as we start our day at the top of the page. Let's join together. As I awaken, let this be my thought. May my day be filled with acts of loving kindness. Let me be drawn to learning and discernment, and may my actions be shaped by mitzvot. Keep me from iniquity, disgrace, and sin. May I not be overwhelmed by temptation or despair. Distance me from evil people and false friends.
Let me cultivate a life of goodness. May my
Hands reach out in kindness, and I will serve God through acts of righteousness. Today and every day may I merit your mercy by living my life with compassion and love. Holy One of blessing, draw me to your words. Teach me the art of sacred living. Baruch atah Adonai, hamlamed chasadim tovim le'amo Yisrael. Turn ahead to page 204, where we find the blessing for the study of Torah. We join together in Hebrew and English.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. O Adonai our God, let the words of Torah be sweet in our mouths and the mouths of your people Israel, so that we, our descendants, and the descendants of all your people Israel may know you, by studying your Torah for its own sake. Blessed are you, Adonai, who teaches Torah to your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, hamelamed Torah le'amo Yisrael. So what's the Big Ten that I might be talking about? Promise it's not schools or football. What was that? 10 Commandments. So normally when we think of, in religion, the Big Ten, we're thinking of the 10 Commandments. Judaism actually has an alternative to the 10 Commandments, which are actually represented on the doors of our ark over here. But 10 things that we say are without measure, things that we can do over and over and over again. and never have actually fulfilled our obligation to do them. You can find that list of 10 things on page 206. And we'll join together in reading them before we take a moment to do some learning and study. So we join together. These are things that are limitless, which a person enjoys the fruit of the world while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. The study of Torah encompasses them all. So of these 10 things, which were decided by our ancient rabbis as the 10 most important things that we can keep doing again and again and again, times change over 2,000 years. So maybe these are not the most relevant things that we should be doing. And maybe some things are more relevant now that weren't particularly important back then. So I would like you to turn to your neighbor, say Shabbat Shalom, introduce yourself if you don't know them. And we're going to keep our 10, but I'm going to ask you which one you would take out and what you would replace it with. Okay, so you're going to figure out which one of those 10 is not super important to keep doing today, and what you're going to replace it with that is super important to keep doing today. Okay? Okay, you all have answers? You've all figured out the problems of the world and how to solve them? Okay. So I'm going to ask for some volunteers to share what you've been discussing. Marcy, since you look like you... Okay, Brett. Wait, what are you taking out first? Oh, you're just adding. Okay, maybe someone else will help with the taking out part. Okay, so what are you adding?
Behaving with honesty and integrity.
Oh, behaving with honesty and integrity. Nice. Sahara. Okay, we're taking out providing for the wedding couple, and I'm going to reframe that as expanding that particular statement, which is actually about helping the poor, but you want to make it more general, help the poor. Yes? Okay. Ari's pointing to you, Rana, as though you...
Because Ari and I did the same one, so I get to be responsible, right? Yeah, we would take out arriving early for study. We had to take one out, but Harry's comment was because he doesn't wait.
So they're taking out arriving for early for study morning and evening. You're just going to wake up on time and arrive on time? Okay. That's usually what...
Add social justice and, working towards social justice and equality for all.
Okay, and working towards justice and equality for all. Adina. Okay, Adina's going to take out providing for the wedding couple and replace it with being kind to everybody. So thank you all for joining us in that little moment of study. This actually concludes the first section of our service, which is these prayers for beginning our day for the morning. And now we're going to turn to the second section of the service, which is Psalms and Songs of Praise. We begin with a blessing on page 212.
So this blessing ushers in this next section. There's a lovely melody for this. Goes like this. Whoopsie. Goes like this. Try that.
Baruch Shamar V'Hayalam, Baruch Hu, Baruch Oseh Bereshit, Baruch Omer Ve'oseh, Baruch Ozer U'Mkayim, Baruch Merachem Haaretz, Baruch Merachem Ha'Bariyot, Baruch Meshalem Sachar Toreach, Baruch Adonai, V'Kayam La'netzach, Baruch Modeh U'Matzil, Baruch Shemo. Yai lai la 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 ya la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai lai la la ya la la, yai lai la 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 ya la.
On the facing page, we join together in English. With this do I prepare myself to thank, praise, and glorify my Creator. Blessed are you, sovereign of life, whom we praise with songs of glory. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mehulal v'tishbachot. Psalm 92 is the psalm for the Sabbath day, and we'll join together in that in English towards the bottom of the page, up until the indented paragraph. When we reach the indented paragraph, we'll actually jump up to the indent in the Hebrew and sing those words. For now, we join together. A psalm, a song for Shabbat. It is good to praise Adonai, to sing hymns to your name, O Most High, to proclaim your steadfast love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night, with a 10-stringed harp, with voice and lyre together. You have gladdened me by your deeds, Adonai. I shout for joy at your handiwork. How great are your works, Adonai! How very subtle your designs. A brute cannot know, a fool cannot understand this. We continue at the indent in the Hebrew.
Tzadik katamar yifrach, ke'eretz Lebanon yizkeh, shtulim bebeit Adonai, bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvu Desheni Rananim Iu Lehagid Ki Ashar Adonai Tzuri Lo Havlatabo.
Anyone know how many Psalms there are in the book of Psalms? I'll give you a hint. It's more than 92. 93? Is that what you said? More than that. Anyone? Keep going.
Much.
150. There we go. So the 150th Psalm is on page 218. And invites us to use all that we have to offer praise to God. And the chorus is very easy. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Try that. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, El Bekocho. Hallelujah, Birki Auzo. Hallelujah, Bigurotav. Hallelujah, Kerov Gudlo. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, beteka shofar. Hallelujah, benevel bechinor. Hallelujah, betofu machol. Hallelujah, beminim beugaf. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, betzilzelei shama. Hallelujah, betzilzelei trua. Kol hanshama tehalelia. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Last time. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. We conclude this section with another blessing, page 223.
Baruch atah Adonai el melech hadov v'tishbachot el ha'odot Adon haniflaot habocher b'shirei zimra melech elchei ha'olamim.
Together, praised are you, sovereign of wonders, crowned in adoration, delighting in song, eternal majesty. Please rise as you're able as we turn to the core of our service, beginning with the Chatzi Kaddish, page 224.
Yitgadol ve'yitkadash shemira.
Amen.
V'yalamad yivrachirutei v'melich makutei v'chayechon v'mechon ufchayi d'chol beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman karev yimeru. Amen. Yehesh le'Rabba le'alam le'almaya yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitatar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha.
remain standing as we turn to the Baruch Hu, the call to worship, and Adina takes over leadership of the service.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorah. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. We join together at the top of page 228. Praised are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of light and darkness, who makes peace and fashions all things. In mercy you illuminate the world and those who live upon it. In your goodness your daily renew creation. How numerous are your works, Adonai. In wisdom you formed them all, filling the earth with your creatures. Be praised, Adonai our God, for excellent work of your hands, and for the light you created, may they glorify you. Shine your light upon Zion, that we may all swiftly merit its radiance. Praise to you, Adonai, our creator of all heavenly lights. Baruch atah Adonai, Ozer ha'anarot. We join together at the top of page 230. How deeply you have loved us, Adonai, our God, gracious with surpassing compassion. On account of your fervors, they trust you to teach us the laws of life. Be gracious to us, teaching us as well. O merciful one, have mercy on us by making us able to understand and discern, to heal, learn, and teach, and lovingly to observe and perform and fulfill all that is in your Torah. Enlighten our eyes with your Torah, focus our minds with your mitzvot, unite our hearts in love and reverence for your name. Then we will never feel shame, never deserve rebuke, and never stumble. Having trusted in your great and awesome holiness, we shall celebrate your salvation of joy. Gather us in peace from the four corners of the earth, and lead us upright to your land. For you, O God, work wonders. You chose us. Truly you drew us near to your great name, that we might acknowledge you, declaring you love and love. Praise to you, Adonai, who chooses your people in love. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amod Yisrael ba'ahava. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. Baruch Shem Malchuto le'olam va'ed. Please be seated. We continue at the top of page 234. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anohi mitzavecha ayo al levavecha v'shinantan levanecha v'dibartam ba'am B'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'letecha b'aderet u'nshokbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu l'tetzafot b'nei necha uv'tavtam al mimuzot betecha uv'isharecha leman tiskevru v'asitem et mitzvatai v'hitem kedoshim l'Elohem Ani Adonai Elohem Asher anotzeti atem mi'eretz Mitzrayim lihot lehem l'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohem.
If you turn the page to 236, you'll see a paragraph about the tzitzit, the fringes that we have on the corners of these beautiful shawls. And Adina, you are so lucky to be wrapped up in this gorgeous talit with its fringes, given to you by your grandfather, and wrapped in his and your grandmother's love, also to be passed down from generation to generation. We'll join together in the middle of the page reading this paragraph.
Adonai said to Moses as follows, "Speak to the Israelite people and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the corners of their garments throughout the ages. Let them attach a cord of blue fringe of the edge corner. That should be your fringe. Look at it and recall all the commandments of Adonai, and observe them so that you do not follow your heart and eyes of lustful urge. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God."
Adonai Elohechem, amen.
We continue on page 238. For us, this eternal teaching is true and enduring, beloved and precious, awesome, good and beautiful. The God of the universe is truly our servant, the rock of Jacob, our protecting shield. God endures through all generations. God's name persists. God's throne is firm. God's sovereignty and faithfulness last forever. God's words live and endure, faithful and precious for eternity.
Together.
From Egypt you redeemed us, freeing us from bondage. For that you beloved sung praise, exalting you. Your dear ones offered hymns, songs, praise, blessings, and thanksgiving to you and sovereign, the living and endured God. High and exalted, great and awesome. God ever humbles the proud, rises the low, frees the imprisoned, redeems the afflicted, helps the oppressed, answering our people when we cry out. Praise to God Most High. Blessed is God and deserving of blessing. In great joy, Moses, Miriam, and Israel responds to your song to you, all of them proclaiming. On page 240.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha netar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh, nora tehilot osef eleh. Do that again. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha netar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh, nora tehilot osef eleh. Shira chadasha shivachu geolim, לשבחה שפת היום, יערכו כולם הודו, והמליכו ויערו. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. לה לה לה. לה לה.
Please rise as you are able.
Zur Israel koma be'ezrat Israel ufedei pinomecha Yehuda v'Israel go'aleinu Adonai tzvot shemo Kedosh Israel Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Israel.
We continue with the Amidah, page 242.
Adonai sifatai tifta ufi agite hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanara, El Yom, Gomel Hasadim Tovim Lefanecha Kol, V'Zoher Hasdei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevi Ge'ula Livnei V'Nehem, Leman Shemot Ve'Ahava, Me'ele Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'atzrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav Le'Oshia, Mashiv HaRuah U'Marit HaGashem, Mechakel Hayim Ve'Hesed, Mechayei HaKol Be'Rahamim Ramim, Somech Noflim Ve'Ofech Olim, U'Matzmir Asarim, U'Mekayem Emunatov Lishnei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Givurot, U'Midor Le'Lo, Melech Mimid U'Mechayeh, U'Matzmir Yeshua, V'Ne'eman Atah V'Chayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayei HaKol. 248.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, בקול זה על זה אמר, קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות, אלוהים הארץ, כבודו, אדיר אדירנו, אדוני אדוננו, מדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו ומלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישפיענו, ורחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גדלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נרגיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
To all generations we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Praise to you, Adonai, the holy God. Please be seated for a song for Shabbat on page 250. Yismehu v'malehu techai, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, Oneg Shabbat. Yismehu v'malehu techai, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, Oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshei, Mekadeshei Shavi Shabbat, Kulam Yisbe'u, Ve'yangu mitzuvecha Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechu techai, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, Oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechu techai, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, Oneg Shabbat. V'hashvi ratzita bo v'kidashtu Shabbat. Hamdad yamim otokarata Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismehu v'malechutecha Shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. Zaher l'maaseh bereshit Shabbat. Zaher l'maaseh bereshit Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. We read together on page 252. Our God and God of our ancestors, be pleased with our rest. Sacrifice with your mitzvot, and grant us to share in your Torah. Satisfy us with your goodness, and gladden us with your salvation. Purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Adonai our God, grant us with your holy Shabbat and heritage. May Israel, who sanctifies your name, rest on Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Kadesh HaShabbat.
Page 255. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu ve'amecha Yisrael u'tefilatam ve'ava tekabel u'tehil ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael. Yisrael Amecha. Baruch atah Adonai Sha'otecha levadecha b'yira navot. Yira navot. Yira navot.
For our next prayer, I'd like to invite up Jerry, Mike, Bridget, Natasha, and Shelley. And while they are on their way up, question for all of you. Who here has something that they're grateful for? Oh, come on, people. We're coming up on Thanksgiving. Who has something that they're grateful for? Well, there is a blessing on page 257 that reminds us of all of the things we ought to be grateful for, some things that we tend to overlook because they're just part of normal life. But for today, Adina's aunts and uncles will offer this blessing for us. You're going to have to speak right into the microphone.
Okay.
For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imagination. Modim Anak Nulak.
For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons, Modim
Anachnu lach.
For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements.
Modim anachnu lach.
For our human community, our common past and future hope, for oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression.
Modim anachnu lach.
For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared.
Modim anachnu lach.
For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom. Modim
Anachnu lach.
For human liberty and sacred rights, for opportunity to change and grow, to affirm and choose. Modim
Anachnu lach.
We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds. Blessed are you, Adonai. Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Tov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot. Adina, give some hugs. And as soon as all of the hugs have been given, we will offer a prayer and song for peace on page 258.
Sim shalom, sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Hein v'hesed vrachamim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael alecha. Barheinu yotzreinu kulanu kulecha be'or panecha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Ki be'or panecha natata lanu Adonai Eloheinu Toratayim v'chesed uvrachamim v'chaim v'shalom. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Tiv'ov v'necha v'nevara et amecha Yisrael b'chol u'koshe u'shlomecha b'shlomecha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Baruch atah Adonai hamaveh et amod Yisrael ba'ashalom.
We take a few moments now to offer our personal prayers.
Ose shalom bivromav.
Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom bivromav. Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
There, you guys are almost adequate. These guys are asleep. Don't say it to me, say it to her. Shabbat shalom. I'm Rabbi Jamie Gibson. It's an honor to be working with this incredible family, the Rosen family, and all their circle of friends and all the people attached to them. They seem to only attract the best people who are all here today. And to work with Cantor Berman and Rabbi Gorban is just a delight, especially when we have Adina, who is literally a daughter of this congregation, as I mentioned in passing last night, having experienced everything we have here. She knows this building better than some of the staff because she's a wanderer. She has actually explored so much, right? So we're about to go into the central part of the service beyond the prayers called the reading of the Torah, where we're going to read from the 5 books of Moses, and we're going to read from the prophetic portions as well. Adina is going to be leading with that, and there's a whole set of prayers we do that start on page 244. It's 362 in the brackets. But in order to do that, we need to be able to open the ark. And Evie and Caden and Paxton and Katie and Cohen, a lot of K's here, are all going to come up. Come on up, guys. Evie knows. Just follow Evie. She knows what she's doing. Okay? And follow Rabbi Gorban. And in preparation for this, I'll say that many people are being given the honor of Aliyah LaTorah, to come up to the Torah and say blessings before and after its reading. We ask that people come up this staircase here and stand on this corner for their blessings that they're going to offer. And when they're done with their blessings, I'm going to ask them to go to Cantor Berman's side and remain to literally extend the honor that is being given to them. If you forget your book, we have nice big print right here for everyone, all right, so that people can follow the blessings. So we will request, as you are able, please rise at your seat for the opening of the ark.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kemasecha.
Malchutecha malchut kol olamim, umemshaltecha bechol dor.
Adonai Melech, Adonai Malach,
Adonai Imloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom, rachamim. Heitiv avirtzoncha et Sihon, Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, Ki vecha levad batachnu, Melech Eram v'nisa Adon olamim. So Shimon Omer, Simon says one step forward. There you go. This is our Torah. This is our heritage. By this heritage, our ancestors lived. For the sake of it, they often had to die. But always this treasure and heritage was passed on to a new generation of young and eager hands to have and hold, to learn, to make their very own. Today, when we celebrate the bat mitzvah of a spectacular young woman like Adina, we're so happy at the thought of this Torah being passed on to this pair of young and eager hands. So we'll take the Torah, which she will chant today, and we'll pass it yet once again, from generation to generation to generation, from Adina's grandparents to her parents, from her parents to her. And you get to hand it to your daughter. Here, right here. Okay, you got it? Okay. In your prayer books, we're on page 246 at the very top, just the first 2 lines, and then on to the next page on the right-hand side.
And if he just confused you with all of that, we're actually on page 364.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, udevar Adonai Yerushalayim. Baruch shenatan ונתן תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu. Everybody face the ark. Face the ark. Gadol Adonai iti, Uneram Hashem. Lecha Adonai Hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod Kichol b'shamayim u'va'aretz Kichol b'shamayim u'va'aretz Shabbat Shalom. Lechol rosh Lecha Adonai Hagedula Hagevura
Katiferet ve'anetzach ve'hahod Kichol b'shamayim u'va'aretz Kichol b'shamayim u'va'aretz Lecha Adonai amamcha Ve'avid na'aseh lechol erosh.
Shabbat Shalom, guys.
Shlosha devarim.
Shabbat Shalom, welcome.
Al
Shabbat
shlosha devarim. Al
Shabbat Shalom,
shlosha devarim. Ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim.
How you doing? You okay?
Al shlosha devarim.
Yeah, hold it up higher. Scrunch it up higher. Shabbat Shalom.
Al haTorah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al shlosha devarim. Al shlosha devarim.
Shabbat Shalom. Hi, Colleen. Hi, David. Shabbat Shalom. Follow me. Al shlosha devarim. Al shlosha
devarim. Ha'olam omed.
Al haTorah ve'al avodah
ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al avodah
Go shake their hands.
ve'al gemilut chasadim.
Everybody, please find a seat. There are larger blue books in the pew racks in front of you. They say the Torah on the front of them in gold letters. These are the 5 books of Moses. It's a Hebrew opening book like our prayer book. And you'll be able to find where we're reading today. We're reading the story of the first dating scene. Actually, it's an arranged marriage between the son of Abraham and Sarah, Isaac, and his cousin, Rebekah. And the story is going to start in the larger blue book on 162 to 165. We're going to translate as well, but at the same time, if you read Torah, then you get the merit in Jewish tradition of studying Torah. So see that large book that you got right there? That's the book we're talking about. There you go, that one. We're on page 162. We're starting with Genesis 24, verse 10. We're reading all the way to 52. We'll get most of the story in, as it is. Let's see where we are.
I'm finding it.
Okay.
Right here. Yep.
So we say, for the first aliyah, Yamdu la'aliyah rishonah, Rivka bat Moshe, Tzvi ben Moshe. Just you? Oh, he came up to you. Yes, come on over. Didn't see out of the corner of my eye.
Okay, so if you're going to touch and kiss, you do it right here. If you want to take this
Here,
and touch
use-
and kiss, it would be right there. Okay.
Okay. Baruch Adonai Baruch Olam Vaed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher asher b'charbonu mikol ha'amim, v'notam lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah. Amen.
Okay, just hold it.
ויקח העבד 10 גמלים מגמלי ארוניו וילך וכל טוב ארוניו בידו ויקום וילך אל ארם נהרים אל עיר נחור ויברך הגמלים מחוץ לעיר אל באר המים לעת ערב ועת צאת והשבות ויאמר אדוני אלוהי אדוני אברהם הקרנה לפני היום ועשרה חסד עם אדוני אברהם הנה אנוכי ניצב על עין המים לבנות אנשי העיר יצאת לשאוב מים והיה הנערה אשר אמר אליה התינה קדך ואשתה ואמרה שתה וגם גמלים אשקה אתה הוכחת לעבדך ליצחק ובעדה כי עשית חסד עם אדוני. Touch and kiss right there, please. So you heard this really long note, right? And the Torah actually gives us, or I should say not in the Torah, but one of the things that makes Torah tricky to read is that there are customs for how we read it and kind of a framework for the chant. And that chant has one that we just read has a very unusual what we call trope in it that requires the reader to hold it for a long time and make it kind of fancy as it was written. And so where that is, I'll tell you in a moment. So we just read. Then the servant took 10 of his master's camels and set out, taking with him all the bounty of his master. And he made his way to Aram Naharaim, to the city of Nahor. He made the camels kneel down by the well outside the city at evening time, the time when women come out to draw water. Now it's the next thing where he just says, where the Torah says, and he said. But this is the first time we might say that this unnamed servant of Avraham, who's the first person in Scripture who is recorded as praying for personal guidance at a critical moment. Whether this is why that is not clear, but it certainly makes us pay attention. So he says, as he said, "O Lord," as he prays, "God of my master Abraham, grant me good fortune this day and deal graciously with my master Abraham. Here I stand by the spring as the daughters of the townsmen come out to draw water. Let the maiden to whom I say, 'Please lower your jar that I may drink,' and who replies, 'Drink, and I will also water your camels.' Let her be the one whom you have decreed for your servant Isaac. Thereby shall I know that you have dealt graciously with my master." He did it already. There's the
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet b'chayei olam natan b'tokenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. We'll take that. I'll take this. Just overly enthusiastic.
Yamdul, Aliyah Shniya, Yente Hinda Bat Shalom, Chaim Hirsch Ben Avraham, Etta and Howie. There you go.
Is there a second copy of?
Yeah.
Is there a second copy of these?
Of this, just take it. Okay. Bring over your talit. I'll show you exactly where things are. Right here, Vayhi. You take the big things. There you go. Come on, guys.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher baruch banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Hold the Torah right here. Just hold it. There you go. I'm going to read and translate as I go along. The story, the plot thickens, just so you know. Okay? Vayhi hu terem kila ledaber, and he had barely finished speaking. V'hine Rivka yotzet asher yulda livtuel. Rivka, Rebecca, came out, she who was born to Betuel ben Milcah, the son of Milcah, Eshet Nahor, the wife of Nahor, Achi Avraham, the brother of Avraham. The Chada al Shichma, and her huge water pitcher was on her shoulder. V'na'ara tovat mar'eh ma'od, and she was gorgeous. That's exactly what the text says. Bitula, a young woman, v'ish lo yida'ah, and she had not been intimate with anyone. V'tered ha'aynan, she descended down to the spring. V'timalech chada, and she filled her water pitcher. V'ta'al, and she arose or ascended. V'yarot ha'eved likrata, and the servant ran after her to greet her. V'yomer hagmi'ini na ma'at mayim mikadech. Give me a little bit of water from your water pitcher. V'tomer shte adoni, and she said, oh my Lord, drink. V'timaher v'tered kada, and she quickly lowered her water pitcher al yada, to her hand. V'hishkat V'tashkehu, and she gave him water. V'tachal hashkoto, and it was when she finished giving him water, v'tomer, that she said, Gam ligmalecha eshav, I will also draw for your camels, just like the story said. Ad im kilu lishtot, until they finished drinking. V'temeher v'ta'ar kada al shoket, and she quickly emptied out her water pitcher into the trough that held the water. V'tarot od el be'er, and she ran back to the well, lish'ov, in order to draw water. V'tishav lechol gemalav, and she indeed drew for all of his camels. Yes, right there. Yep, perfect.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam notah b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yeshua, come and meet these nice people over here. Okay? It's Harry and Rana. Harry and Rana, say hello. Wait, Rana, say hello. There we go. It's part of the deal. Yamdu la'aliyah shishid, Adina Chana bat Chayka, Shalom Eliezer ben Chayka, Kylie and Ethan. Thank you. So take the edge, and where did we go? Lishtut, Mahel, Lishav, Shoket, Lishav. Right here. Okay, perfect. Okay. Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Just hold on to the Torah. V'aish mishta'ela, and the servant wondered at her. Macharish, silently, ledat hatzliach Adonai darko imlo, to know whether God has succeeded his errand or not. V'hi ka'asher kilu hagmalim lishtot, and when it was that the camels finally finished drinking, by the way, each camel can take in 30 gallons. There are 10 camels. Rivka's an amazing woman, very strong inside and out. Okay? Lishtot vayikach ha'ish nezem zahav beka mishkalo, and the servant at that point made a decision, and he took a nose ring, 1/4 of a shekel in weight, ushne tzmidim al yadeha, and placed 2 bracelets on her arms, asara zahav mishkalam, 10 shekels in weight of gold. Vayomer bat mi at, whose daughter are you? Hagida nali, please, if you would tell me. Hayesh beit avicha makom lanu lalin, is there by any chance place enough sufficient space at your father's household in which to lodge? Vatomer elav, and she said to him, Bat Betuel Anochi ben Milcah, I am the daughter of Betuel, the son of Milcah, Asher Yalda Lenachor, that was born to Nachor. Vatoma elav, and she said to him, Gam teven v'gam ispo. Also, we have hay, and we have plenty of fodder, rav, imanu, along with us. Gam makom lalun. There's plenty of place for you to lodge. So, Vayikod ha'ish vayishtachu ladonai. And he bowed down low to the ground, praising God. Okay, right here. Here we go. Perfect.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Yeshkach. Come on over and say hello to these people. Yamdu la'aliyah ha'revi'id, Chayka Chana bat Moshe v'Tzivia, Rachmiel Mordechai ben Shalom. Rabbi. Yeah, I know. Sure, hold on a second. Can I get in? I'm here. Tzmidim, Batmi, Makom Lalin, Vatomer, Okay. She's going to show you right where to put the tzitzit.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Okay, so the servant has bowed down and is now going to say, Vayomer, and he said, Baruch Adonai Elohei Adoni Avraham, blessed is Adonai, the God of my master Abraham, Asher lo azav chasdo v'amito me'im Adoni, who has not left off or left behind his kindness and truth from my master. Anochi baderech Nachani Adonai Beit Achi Adoni. God has placed me right in the path to my servants, my master's brother's house. V'tarotz hana'ara v'taged lebeit ima kadvarim ha'ela. And so the girl, the young woman, ran off and said to her mother's household these words, Rivka ach ushmo Lavan, and Rebecca had a brother and his name was Lavan or Laban. Vayarotz Lavan el ha'ish hachutza el ha'ayin. And Lavan ran out to the spring, to the man who is there. Vayhikirot et ha-nezem ve'et hatzmidim al yedei achoto uchshom'o et divrei Rivka achoto lemor ko diber elai ha'ish. Sorry, I'll translate before I continue with that phrase or that sentence. And it happened when Laban saw the nose rings and the bracelets that were on his sister's hands, and when he heard her words, the words of Rebecca, his sister, saying, "That's how that man spoke to me." Vayavo el ha'ish, he went to the man. Vehine amad omed al hagmalim al ha'ain, and he was still standing there by his camels and by the well. Vayomer bo baruch Adonai, come, and he said, "Come, the one who is blessed by God. Lama tamod b'chutz v'anochi piniti habayit u'makom legmalim." Why are you still standing there outside when I have cleared space for you in my house and also space for the camels? Vayavo ha'ish habayta vayfatach hagmalim. And so the man came to his house and unsaddled his camels, they didn't have horses, camels. Vayiten teven umispo lagmalim, and he gave straw and fodder to the camels. Umayim lirchotz raglav v'raglei anashim asher ito, and provided water to wash the servants' feet and the feet of the people who are with him, the men who were with him. Vayusam lefanav lechol, and food was placed before him to eat. Vayomer lo echol ad im dibarti, and said, I'm not going to eat until I have a chance to speak. Divrai, these words. Vayomer, this is Laban now speaking, saying, Daber, speak.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yishkach. Great singing, by the way. Ya'amdu l'aliyah chamishit, Tzivia bat Nachum HaKohen, Moshe ben Shalom HaLevi, Harriet and Mark, and Jerry and Mel are going to come up and they're going to witness. See where you are, Adina?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Careful, there we go. Bring over your talit, please, to where Adina's reading. Okay, and the two of you say,
Baruch et Adonai HaBarak.
Baruch Adonai Barak Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Barmar Eved Avraham Anohim Adonai Beira et Adoni Meod Vayigdal Vayiten Lo Son Uvakar V'Hesef V'Zahav V'Havadim Ushvahu Ugmalim V'Hamarim V'Teled Sarah Ishet Adoni Vein Adoni Ahare Signata Vayiten Lo Eko Asher Lo V'Yashbieni Adoni Lemor Lotika Isha Livni Mibno Haknani Isha Asher Anohi Yoshev Be'artzo Imlo El Be'avi Tele Va'al Mishpati V'lachata Isha Livni Vayomer Eli Adonai El Adoni Ulai Lotile Ha'isha Aharai Vayomer Eli Adonai Asher Hi'halakti Lefanav Yishlo Malacho Icha V'hitzliya Darkecha V'lachata Isha Livni Mimishpachti Mibe Avi Az Tinake Me'alati Ki Tavo El Mishpati V'im Lo Itnu La V'hayitanaki Me'alati.
So the story continues, and the servant of Abraham said, I am Abraham's servant. God has blessed my master exceedingly and increased his holdings of flocks and herds, of silver and gold, of male and female servants, of camels and donkeys. And Sarah, his wife of my master, bore him a son to my master after she was already old. And he gave to this son all that he had. And Abraham, my master, made me swear an oath, saying, do not take a woman as a wife for my son of the daughters of the Canaanites that are along with me in this land. Rather, you shall go back to my father's house, to my father's family, and you shall take a wife for my son from there. And I said to my master, perhaps she doesn't want to come with me. What's going to happen then? That's actually the translation. And he said to me, God will, who has walked with me and been with me, God will send God's messenger in front of you and succeed your way, succeed this task, and that you might be able to take a wife from my son, from amongst my family, from the household of my father. And if by any chance that, and you will be clean from this, or clear of this adjuration, this oath that you have taken, if you get to my family and they do not allow you to take her, then you'll be clean from my oath.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Everybody kiss her at once. There you go. There you go. Yamdu la'aliyah hashishit, Shoshana Miriam bar Avram Sarah, Shalom ben Moshe v'Tzivia. Yes, you're supposed to come when you're called. Okay, you guys stay on this corner. Come close. Come close. Okay, she's going to show you exactly where she's chanting from. Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vahed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam, Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim, V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Va'avo hayom el ha'ayin. And today I went to the spring, Valmar, and I said, Adonai, Elohei Adoni Avraham, Adonai, the God of my master Abraham, im yesh chana matzliach darki, asher anochi holech aleha. If you will actually please allow me success on my path, which you have placed, which I am going on. Hine anochi nitzav al ha'ain, al ein hamayim. Here I am standing at the spring of water. V'haya ha'alma hayotzet lishov, v'amarti aleha hashkinina me'at mayim mikadech. And the young woman who comes out to draw water, and to whom I say, please may I have a little bit of water from your jug. Ve'amra elai gam ata shte ve'gam ligmalecha eshav. And the one who says to me, you can drink, and also I'll drop water for your camels. Hi haisha asher hochiach Adonai leben Adoni. That is the woman who is proof that Adonai has proven to give to the son of my master. Ani terem achale ledaber. I had barely finished speaking. Eli bi, to my heart, or thinking, as the case may be, to myself. Vehine Rivka yotzet v'kada al shichma. And Rebecca came out with her jug on her hip, on her shoulder, v'tered ha'ainad v'chishav, and she went down to the spring and she drew some water. V'omar leha, and I said to her, hashkinina, please give me some water. V'timaher v'tored kada me'aleha, and she quickly hurried to lower her jug from upon her, v'tomer shte v'gam gmalcha eshke. Drink, and also I'll bring up some water for your camels. Va'esh v'gam hagmalim hishkata. And I drank, and she also drew water for my camels. Va'shalota va'omar, and I asked her and said, Bat mi'at, whose daughter are you? Va'tomar bat Betuel ben Nachor, asher yalda lo Milka. And she said, I am the daughter of Betuel, the son of Nachor, who was born to him through Milka. Va'asim hanezim al apa, and I put a nose ring on her nose, or a ring on her nose, v'hatzmadim al yadeha, and bracelets upon her wrist, va'akod v'eshtachaveh la'Adonai, and I bowed down and kneeled and to God, va'avarech et Adonai Elohei Adoni Avraham, and I blessed Adonai, the God of my master Abraham, asher hinchani baderech emet, and I praised the God who had placed me on a true path, lakachat et bat chi Adoni livno, in order to get a wife for the daughter of the brother of my master for his son, for a wife. V'ata'im yeshchem osim chesed ve'emet et Adoni hagiduli. And now if you are going to do a kindness and truth to my master, tell me. Ve'im lo hagiduli. And if not, tell me. Ve'fne al yamin o al smol, so that I know whether to turn right or to the left.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam lata b'tachenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Hey, there we go.
When the love fest is over, Adina's coming back to read Torah, but this is the very first time in her life she's being called to do the blessings before and after Torah, which is truly what makes her bat mitzvah. The being called as an adult in the community, not just for her skill in reading Torah, but to be able, because of her training, her learning, and her stature in the community, to be able to affirm that by being called. And we call her in a special way for the last portion, which is called maftir, and we say, Tamod, 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 Livarech et Akriya, Adina Michael bat Shalom v'Shoshana bat Mitzvah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Marach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'nei atan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Vaya'an Lavan Utuel Vayomeru Me Adonai Yatzah Hadavar Lo Nuha Daber Elecha Ra'otov Hine Rivka Lefanecha Kach Lave Utahi Isha Liven Adonecha Ka'asher Diber Adonai V'yehi Ka'asher Shema Eved Avraham Et Ephraim Vayishtachu Arza Ladonai.
So, when Lavan and Betuel, I'm sorry, okay.
Then Laban and Betuel answered, The matter was not decreed by the Lord. We cannot speak to you bad or good. Here is Rebekah before you. Take her and go, and let her be a wife to your master's son, and the Lord has spoken. When Abraham's servant heard their words, he bowed low to the ground before the Lord. The servant brought out objects of silver and...
No, that was it.
Oh.
The Lord.
Oh, the Lord, okay.
Carried away.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tohenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Kiss your parents. They're nice people. Thank you. So while the Torah is open and out, it's as though our hearts are uniquely open for all kinds of blessings. And so the first blessing we're going to be doing today is a blessing for our country. I'm going to ask Mel and Jerry to come back for that blessing. Then we'll do a blessing for the state of Israel. And we need our prayer book. Yeah, very good. Good. Okay. May I? Thank you. So you have it. In nice big print. Oh my gosh.
A prayer for our country. Thus says Adonai, this is what I desire, to unlock fetters of wickedness and untie cords of lawlessness, to let the oppressed go free, to break off every yoke, share your bread with the hungry, and take the wretched poor into your home. When you see the naked, give clothing, and do not ignore your own kin. If you banish the yoke from your midst, the menacing hand, the evil speech, if you offer compassion to the hungry and satisfy the famished creature, then your light shall shine in darkness.
O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace, and may we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you. And the blessing for Israel, where's Terry and Lee? Come on up. So prepare is these two lines and then that paragraph. Okay, these two lines first.
Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper.
Go down, right here.
O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love, spread over the canopy of your peace. Send your love, light and truth to all those who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Beautiful. Go say hello to Adina, okay? I'm going to cover the Torah. It's our custom for the next blessing, which is on 253. I don't know what the bracketed number is, Rabbi Gorban. What? 371. There's a blessing for the ill. And many of us have people in our circles who are quite ill, battling illness. We're battling that which binds them, makes them unfree, unable to be who they are in the world. It's our custom here to think that we have a communal heart, and that if you say the name of somebody for whom you wish healing, we all get to pray for that person. We know that there is a spiritual side of healing, not just a medical side. So if there's anybody who would like to offer the name of somebody for which healing is needed, we'll ask you to simply call out a name. Don't raise your hand. As I like to say, class is over for the weekend. But just in a cascade, just call out names of those for whom you wish healing. I'll start with Richard Dorfson and Herb Goldstein, both of whom are in pretty sick shape and need healing. Sometimes it's just a healing of the spirit as well. If there's the name of somebody, when I indicate you're part of the congregation, feel free to say a name out loud or just say it quietly to yourself. Please feel free to join in the singing of this prayer or simply reciting Amen at the end of each verse, or simply taking this moment and being quiet in your soul.
Of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, renewal of bodies, renewal of spirit, and let us say,
Yamdu Amagbiv Hagolelet. Will Richard and Elise please come to the Torah? Are you a veteran? You've done this before? Oh, good. We like the veterans. Please, as you are able, rise in place.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe livnei b'nei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. 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 Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe.
Please find your seats, everyone.
Okay.
The Haftarah is from 1 Kings chapter 1, and you can find this in the larger blue books on page 339, starting with verse 15. I'm recommending that you do this because unlike the Torah, which we translated carefully, this will not be translated. So the translation in the larger blue book is excellent. It's on 339. We find King David old, and we're not used to this. David is the epitome of strength and youth and vitality, and here he's an old man and he can't even get warm. And they find a young woman named Avishag to be his hot water bottle. Basically, that's what she does. There's no intimacy involved, but she is the one who comforts him and actually keeps him warm in his old age. We're starting with verse 15 after the appropriate blessing. Right now, Rabbi Gorban is getting the candy distributors lined up. It is not intermission. So the idea is to take a piece of candy and hold it, and at the end of her blessing after her Haftarah, you will gently throw candy in a direction. We're not putting out her eye, and nobody's trying out for the majors with soft candy today. So, and after that, we're going to invite all the kids who are here to come up and be the human vacuum cleaners who take up all the candy and get it cleaned up from the pulpit. So page 339 in your Chumash in your larger blue book after the appropriate blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar binvim tovim v'ratzah b'divrehem hane'emarim ba'emet. Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo u'Vinvi'eh va'emet va'tzedek v'tavod v'tsheva et hamelech ha'hadra v'hamelech zaken me'od v'avishag hashunami misharat et hamelech v'tikod b'tshevat v'tishtachu lamelech v'yomer hamelech malah v'tomer lo Ayoni atani shbata b'Adonai Elohecha la'ameteha kishlamo v'nech yimlo acharai v'hu yeshev al kisi v'ata hine Adoniya mela ve'ata Adoni hamele lo yada ata vayizba shor imri ve'atzon la'arav vayikra l'kol b'nei hamele u'ya'atar hakawen u'ya'av sar hatzava v'li shlomo avdecha lo kara vayita Adoni hamelech einei kol Yisrael elah lehagid lahem mi yeshev al kisei Adoni hamelech aharav v'haya kiskav Adoni hamelech im avota v'hayiti ani v'uvni shlomo hatavim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zer kol haolamim sadik b'kol hadorot ha'el hane'eman hamdaber vayaseh hamdaber umkayem shekol devarav emet v'tzedek al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al hanviim ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha v'limnucha likavod ultifaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim la imbarhim utcha Yiparashim habifit kohai tamid le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Shemo
Makadesh HaShabbat
Amen. Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, mazel tov, simen tov. Yehelanu, 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 lecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, yehelanu, lecho Yisrael. Right here. All right. Now the other instruction. You see this in my hand? If you choose to consume it, that's great. But see the wrapper? Be next to somebody with a pocket so that we are not literally picking these up off the floor 2 hours after the service. Make sure you take care of the wrapper, okay? Now, we're back in our prayer books, and we're going at the prayers for returning the Torah to the Ark, which are on 374. It's 256, not in the brackets. We're going to ask you to rise as you are able and bring the Torah over here. Please, both of you. Oh, and as you do that, wait a minute, because we have a lot of people for the Torah closing. Evie, Ryan, Elena, Ari, Jacob, Levi, Hannah. What? What did I say?
You should have laid it, but it's Ilana.
Ilana. Oh, I'm sorry. Ilana, forgive me. Levi, Hannah, Eli, and Micah.
Yeah, hallelujah, Shem Adonai, ki niskaf Shema levado.
Sorry about that, Ilana.
Hodo eretz v'shamayim, vayarem kerele amo, tehillah lecho chasida, livnei Israel amerovo.
Hallelujah. For a good heritage have I given to you. Do not forsake it. B'machazikim ba v'tomcheha me'oshar deracheha darchei noam divoteha shalom hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chadesh Chadesh Yameinu Chadesh Yameinu Kekedem. Here we go. There.
Wait, Adina, you're going to need hugs.
Hugs. Please find your seats, everyone. We ask all of our students to show mastery in 3 areas as their training for adult participation in Jewish life. We ask them to master their prayers and lead with facility. We ask them to master reading Torah and Haftarah. And we ask them, this third leg of the stool, as it were, to learn what the words mean, not just on the page of the translation or in the scroll of the Torah, but what have our commentators, what have our masters and sages said over the years about the meaning of this story, which is really one of the first love stories in the whole Bible. It's certainly the first dating story of people meeting at the watering hole. You know, we're going to get that theme a lot. And she is going to be adding her thoughts to what our sages have said and teaching us Torah. So we look forward to the Torah you're going to teach us right now.
Shabbat Shalom.
Excuse me, inadequate. Try again.
Shabbat Shalom. Today I read the Parsha Chaya Sarah from the book Genesis. In my Parsha, Abraham sends his slave to his hometown, the city of Nor, in search for a wife for his son Isaac. When the slave arrives at the town well, he prays that a woman will offer to draw water for him and his camels. The one who does that would be the right woman to become Isaac's wife. Shortly after the slave finishes praying, Rebekah comes over and does exactly what he had recently prayed for. They go back to Rebekah's house and explain the situation to her family, asking them for their permission to let their daughter go to the land of Canaan and marry Isaac. The next day, the slave and Rebekah go back to Canaan, where Isaac lived. Rebekah and Isaac meet for the first time and fall in love. Rebekah decides to go with the slave back to Isaac so he he can be her husband without meeting him or knowing anything about him. When the slave is talking to Rebekah's family, they are very accepting. They say that they believe that Rebekah should go to marry Isaac because it is what God wanted for her. Since her family believes it is what God wanted for her, she decides to go back with the slave to marry Isaac. This is a big risk for Rebekah because she could meet Isaac and completely dislike him. She committed to marrying a person and being with him for the rest of her life without meeting the person first. We take risks similarly to Rebekah's, such as making major life decisions, or even small ones. When you don't know what the outcome will be and how it will affect you in the future, it can have a big impact on your life. What you decide to do could later backfire, and you could regret the decision you made earlier on. For example, a decision that I made was going to sleepaway camp when I was 7. Deciding to go to camp for the first time, I was scared. I had never left my family for more than a night, and I only knew one other person going. What if I went and did not make new friends or enjoy all of the activities? Even though I was scared, I was still very excited to go and meet new people, make friends, and try new and fun activities. When I decided to go to camp, I had to be brave and willing to go to camp in West Virginia. I also had to be open-minded about my bunkmates and the activities that we did each day. I knew that I could not decide that I did not like an activity before I tried it or someone before I met them. At first, it was not easy to go away to camp. Getting on the bus my first summer, I knew that I would soon be miles away from my family and would not be able to see them for another week. When I arrived at camp, it was a big place that I had never been to before with lots of new people. Even though when I first decided to go, I was nervous. Now every year I look forward to going back and seeing all my friends that I've made over the years. Now I am very glad that I took the risk of going to camp that first summer. For my Tikkun Olam project, I volunteered and raised money for an organization called Miracle League. This organization helps kids with disabilities play softball or baseball. Every Saturday, I supported my buddies so that they could play the game. In addition to this, I'm doing bake sales monthly with my friend Ryan Kaufman to raise money for Miracle League. I love to play softball, so I chose to help other kids who wanted to play but could not play in a league like mine due to a disability. Making the world in my community a better place is very important because there are so many mean people and bad things in this world. By doing little acts of kindness and giving your time, you make others happy, which is a ripple effect. In order to help me with your project, you can donate to the Miracle League or come by and buy some treats for one of our bake sales. Remembering the Children is a program where you share your bar or bat mitzvah with a child that died in the Holocaust or did not get to have a chance to have one because of the Holocaust. Today, I am remembering Adina Cohen, who died at the age of 6. She was born to Yaakov and Penina in 1939 and lived in Kežmarok, Czechoslovakia, until she was deported to a concentration camp in Germany during the war. She was murdered in Bergen-Belsen concentration camp in 1945. It is important for me to remember Dina because she was not as lucky as I am and did not get to have the opportunity to become a bat mitzvah. She did not get a chance to live a life like we can and was killed because she was Jewish. I would like to thank all of my friends and family who traveled here to celebrate with me. I would also like to thank Rabbi Gorman, Rabbi Gibson, Cantor Berman, Adele Suffren, and all of my teachers throughout the years for helping me get to this point in my Jewish life. I would like to thank my grandparents as well for supporting me and helping me get to this point. Mom and Pop, I love our conversations about Philadelphia sports teams, especially the Phillies and how they always blow it in the 9th inning. Grandma and Grandpa, I love it when you come out and babysit us for a week and how you would take us to the Children's Museum and Zoo every time. Evie, even though we fight a lot, you are so kind, loving, and caring, and the best sister that I could ask for. Most of all, I would like to thank my parents for doing literally anything for me. Whether it's bringing me to Temple for Hebrew school or to the field for a game or practice, you work your schedules around me so I can get where I need to be. I love you guys so much. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. So I'd like you to face me, and I get to be the very first one to shake your hand and say Mazel, Mazel, Mazel Tov, and to look at your beautiful Adina necklace that you're wearing, that you wear with such pride. You know, you live across the river, not in the concentration of where Jews live, and you have to actually own it. Right? You have to say, yes, I'm Jewish, and it's not a problem, it's not a burden, it's who I am. So much of your story is about this young woman, Rebekah, who goes off even when her family says, maybe she can stay here for another year. But she says, no, I'm going. And then she travels and she sees Isaac from afar, and the text is very specific. It says, Vatipol Meha Gamal. She fell off her camel. And our commentators go crazy trying to say, well, she didn't really fall. She kind of slid down the side, and then she fell down to the ground to praise God, and all these kind of things. But I like the original. She fell. She lost her balance. She was at a new point in her life where she did not have anything in her past that would prepare her for the adventure, for the risk that she was taking. Vatipol, and she fell. And she not only fell, but she got up. And she got up, and she became the most powerful matriarch of the 4 matriarchs we have. She dictated the course of Jewish history by selecting Jacob as the spiritual heir over her other son, Esau. How did she do that? How did she have the strength? And I think it is this willingness to make a mistake. It's the willingness to put yourself out there and even get it wrong. And we talk about the sports world and people who try out for a team and don't make it and try harder, or somebody who tries out for a position and doesn't make it. But there's actually another story from the world of ballet. A long time ago, there was a young woman named Gelsey Kirkland, and she wanted to be in the New York City Ballet, which is a very tough company to get into. She starred in it for years, but her starting off was not exactly promising. She was lined up with a whole bunch of 9-year-olds and asked to do what's called a plie. A plie is when you step down in front and you bow down low. And there were perfect plies going all the way up to her, and she decided that she was going to give everything she had, and she overstepped and fell on her nose. And the leader of the Corps de Ballet looked at everyone and said, "That's the one I want. That's the one I want, because she's willing to go beyond her comfort zone." Now, there are a lot of people here, look at them, who love you so much, who are willing to provide you comfort, but there are times where you're going to have to risk vatipol, falling off the camel just the way Rebecca did, falling on your nose just the way Gelsey Kirkland did, falling down, and knowing that you have the strength and ability to get up. We cannot have you get up. We can applaud, we can cheer, we can be with you, we can support you, but ultimately you're the one who has to get up. Now, I'm telling you as a person, as your rabbi who's known you since before you were born, I've seen you get up countless times. I think this portion was made for you. That when you fall, when you get bruised, when something doesn't work out, you get up. And not only do you get up for yourself, you become a living example for your sister. Yes, she's sitting right there covering her ears. You become an example for others as well. You have such strength, and it's not your athletic strength, which I admire, but the fact that you have no problem being attached to your faith, your people, your family, and singing your prayers at the top of your lungs. And even if you make a mistake, and we all made some mistakes today, you got up and you showed that beautiful smile that disarms everybody, and you showed that you yourself are a living blessing. So I want you to be blessed by Cantor Berman and Rabbi Gorbert and myself, knowing that in the future you will vatipol, you will fall off the camel, but you will always get up and know that you are loved and supported and comforted and believed in for all your strength and the blessing that you are. Give us your hands. I get one. May God bless you and keep you.
May the light of God shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you.
May God lift up God's presence to you and grant you wholeness and joy, fulfillment and success, daring, boldness, love, and most of all, peace. As together we all say,
Amen.
Amen. Will you please sing the blessing for reaching a happy occasion, the Shechianu, with me if you know it. If not, simply respond, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of all, who has caused us to live, sustained us, and allowed us to reach this delightful, happy moment in you and your family's life. Everybody say Amen.
Amen.
So the two of you, come on up and talk to her. Rabbi Gordon's going to give you a mic, and you have to listen to your parents, okay? Can you do that? Okay. Come over here.
I have one in my hand. Adina, Mazel Tov on becoming a bat mitzvah. It has been such an awesome experience for me to watch you prepare for this day. You have shown such grace and have done an amazing job. The level of commitment and responsibility you put into your learning and preparation is impressive. From the beginning, you made this a priority in your life, and it shows. Even when the demands of school and other outside commitments piled up, you continued to ensure that your Jewish studies did not lag. You are prepared to become a bat mitzvah. You put your heart into making this experience all that it should be, and you will remember this day forever. I want you to take a second to look around the room at all of the people that are here to support you, who are so proud of you, and let their love really sink in so that even after this day is over, the feelings will remain with you always. In addition to your preparation for today, you have shown an amazing level of commitment to your bat mitzvah project with the Miracle League. I have loved watching you interact on the field with your little buddies. I see the smile on your face when you get to combine combine two of your loves into one, your passion for softball with your desire to help others. You have made such an impact on these children by sharing of yourself to provide them the opportunity to experience the same love of baseball and softball that you feel. Your commitment off the field to have bake sales to raise money that will be donated to the Miracle League will benefit children that you may never meet, but still, you will have had a positive impact on their lives because of your commitment. I have a feeling that your involvement in the Miracle League will continue far beyond your service project. I love you so much, Adina. More than I could ever put into thank you. More than I could ever put into words. I hope that I always show you with my actions. You are so precious to me, and I am so, so lucky to have you as my daughter. I love you.
Adina Michaela Rosen. I am absolutely flabbergasted that this day has come. How is it possible that you're 13, a teenager? Mommy and Daddy have been talking about this day since the day you were born. I know it's a cliche, but where have the years gone? Adina, I know you've heard this story before, but you remember what the first words that I said when you came into the world? I looked down at you, and I looked up at Mommy. I looked down at you again just to be sure, looked back up at Mommy, and I said, I think it's a girl. Sweetheart, I fell in love with you at that very moment, Daddy's little girl. I couldn't believe it was possible to love and be so proud of someone that I had just met, and that feeling has only grown every single day for 13 years. Adina, now just a little something embarrassing, because that's what dads do. When I used to try and change your diapers, right, you were the biggest wiggle worm ever. You would kick and roll and squirm all over the place. You literally would not stop. I was exhausted. I would constantly say to you, Adina, please stop moving. Well, I should have realized it then, Adina, you don't like to sit still. And you prove that every day of your life. School, sports, music, religious studies, friends, family, volunteerism, taking care of your little sister Evie and your dog Bubala. And of course, your unbelievable hard work and dedication preparing for this day, your bat mitzvah. And wow, did you ever shine. Adina, what I want to stress to you today, the day that you become an adult, a day in which you take a greater responsibility in your Jewish community with family and friends. In a time of such uncertainty in this world, don't ever stop moving. Be a leader, be a mensch, make a difference in whatever it is that you do. Stand up for the things that you believe in. Do the right thing, be passionate, and of course, keep rooting for the Phillies. There's an old fable about the difference between involvement and commitment, and please forgive me for this non-kosher reference in synagogue. When it comes to bacon and eggs for breakfast, the chicken is involved, the pig is committed. So, sweetheart, when it comes to choosing your path in life, be committed. Be committed to your family, be committed to your friends, be committed to your community, be committed to your values, and most importantly, be committed to yourself. Make today and every day the best day ever. Adina, you made me the proudest dad in the world today and every day. I love you so much. Mazel tov.
And I still need the mic. I'm an officer of the congregation, and it is my pleasant duty to congratulate you, and I come bearing gifts. Being Jews, no surprise, they're books. They're books on the meaning of being Jewish. I hope that you'll look at them. And I just want you to know on behalf of the congregation, we sincerely hope that today is not an end, but just the beginning. Welcome to our congregation as an adult member. We hope that you will be with us always. I know that life sometimes intervenes. You may travel elsewhere, but we hope that wherever life takes you, even if you're not here physically, that you will remain a part of our community in spirit. Mazel tov.
Yeah, this is the hard part where we're all doing stuff and you're not, I know. But I just want to give you a couple last things. The first is a certificate of completion. And I happen to like this certificate a lot because on the left-hand side is about today, with the date and your name and your Hebrew name, but here is about tomorrow. It's about who you're going to be in the years to come. And it says you've accepted the privileges and responsibilities of being a Jew. What are those?
Lifelong Torah study in the keeping of Mitzvot, Shabbat, Holy Day, and life cycle observations, participation in the life of the synagogue, the Jewish community, and Israel, dedication to Tikkun Olam and perfection of our world.
And you signed it, and your parents and me, and Steve German signed it, Rabbi Gorban and Canna Berman. So I want you to look at that every now and then. So look what I did, but look what I'm about to do. Because of your choice to link your bat mitzvah with somebody who never had a chance, there's a picture side by side with you, and I encourage you to show everybody in this congregation the picture of this young little girl who never had a chance, but this commemorates your commitment to remember the children. You are also getting 2 scholarship certificates. One is from the Reform Movement for $250, and actually it's worth a lot more now because they've increased the limits, the scholarship amounts, to go to Israel with the Reform Movement at the end of your 10th grade year. And this is from the Jewish Federation of Greater Pittsburgh. This is $2,200. So between these two, that's about $2,800 before you even have to sell a cookie, all right? So I want you to know that we're very, very serious about you going to Israel, and if you need some help, we'll help you out. But I want you to take your gifts and your certificates, but most of all, our love, and I want you to take these right here, and I want you to take this, and I know there are some empty seats there, but wouldn't it be fun if you just sat on Evie's lap and just made her squirm, okay? We're delighted for everybody who has come today. Who came the most time zones? Anybody come from more than Eastern? Where'd you come from? Los Angeles. It's almost breakfast time, right? Where'd you come from? Chicago. Okay, 1 hour. That's all right. So right afterwards, we're having our lunch in the Falk Auditorium, and I know that Adina and the family will want to see you and embrace you then. We're going to ask you to turn in your book to page 586 in the brackets or 282 in the middle of the page, our final set of prayers for which we all rise as you are able, in the middle of the page. שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו משפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה Please find your seats. Before Mourner's Kaddish, it's my terribly sad duty to announce the death of Harvey Nathanson, a beloved member of this congregation for decades, a beloved member of the entire Jewish community. We grieve with Eleanor and Esther and Mark, and tomorrow he'll be buried out of Sugars at 1 o'clock in the afternoon with a burial to follow at Bet Shalom Cemetery. Shiva will be held from 7 to 8:30 at 5635 Marlborough, right across the alley from where Temple is now, on the other side of Whiteman, with minions at 7:30 in the evening. And I know the family, if you know the family, looks forward to embracing you at that point, at that moment, and helping each other to get over the loss of this incredible light in the constellation of the Jewish community. It's our custom to ask if there's anyone who's presently in mourning or observing the yahrzeit, the year anniversary of somebody who died in their family. If so, we'll ask you to rise in your place now. And because we believe that no mourner should ever need to stand alone, we rise with our mourners. For the Mourner's Kaddish, it's on page 598, in the brackets 294. We continue with Mourner's Kaddish. Yikadal, Yikadash, Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yom madi v'rach hirutei v'yom lich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol bei Yisrael. V'agala v'izman kari v'yamru.
Amen.
Yehei Shmei Rabbah v'rach le'olam olamei omayam. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. Yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shmei d'kudsha. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiram b'yama v'yamru.
Amen.
Yehei Shlama Rabba min Shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael v'kol Yishvei Tevel v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace in the high heavens cause peace to descend on all of us. Come on up, Evie. All of Israel, upon our world in need of our healing hands, upon all of us who mourn our beloved dead, as together we say, Amen. Our final song on 626 is called Ein Keloheinu. If you're from another congregation, it's the one you know. So we hope that you will all feel free to join in. We want all the youth to come up now. Friends, family. Ilana, where's Ilana? Okay.
Come on. Come on.
After the song, we'll finish with a brief kiddush and the blessing over food so we might enjoy our own egg lunch together. Ein Keloheinu. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemokeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mich Eloheinu, Mich Adonenu, Mich Emokeinu, Mich Moshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Emokeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Baruchim atem b'voachem, baruchim atem b'tzeitchem, me'etav ad olam. May you be blessed every place you come into God's world. May you be blessed every place you go out, as well as together. We say, Amen. Therefore, God bless the seventh day and declared it holy. Here, let's have a one-line kiddush. Baruch, through Borei Peri Agafen. That's all you're doing. Baruch.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei Peri Agafen.
Amen. And give some to your sister. It's only juice. It's fine. There we go. Okay, here, give this to me. I'm going to give this to Rabbi Gorman. You and I are going to do motzi, okay? Ready? Hold on to this. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu. Pull hard. Motzi lechem min haaretz. Praise you, one and our God, ruler of all, who creates the fruit of the vine, who brings forth bread from the earth. As together we say, Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Bread. Bread.
I'll take this.
More.
No, I'm done.
Bread.
Oh, wait.
Bread.